What's going on, Aquarius? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a phenomenal week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really does mean a lot to me, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. Now, the theme of this week's monthly spread is going to be a monthly check-in, Aquarius. You know, figured you've been busy with a bunch of stuff, probably running around here like a chicken with your head cut off, and we're just trying to get your head back, attached back on there, Aquarius. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems. Feeling lovely. Just good energy all around here, Aquarius. Now with this spread, we're just going to be going until Higher Self says stop. We're just going to be going with the flow here, Aquarius. And, oof, we're keeping these, keeping that. All right, rest goes. And we're going to be using this deck oh so skillfully, as you can see. And just so you're all aware, that these readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings. We're just working with the energy. So apply the cards to the situations as they make sense, Aquarius. And then lastly, the decks that I'm using. This one is the Tarot of the Divine deck. And then the other deck that I'll be using is the Anatomy of a Witch Oracle deck. And I'll include links for these decks and other decks that I like using down in the description box below. So definitely check that out if you're interested, Aquarius. But let's start getting into your reading here, because I feel like starting off here, Aquarius, I feel like that we're in this place right now of where I think it's time to start sharing your energy, you know, or start sharing what you might have been cooking up here. You know, if there's something that you've been working on as far as like, how do I want to put this, Aquarius? You know, I feel like that we're in this place of really starting to maybe do some work for the community. You know, I feel like that, because when I think of the Knight of Cups is a very kind of chivalrous card. You know, he's the type that loves to spread the love around. And, you know, I feel like he wants, and this is very much your kind of energy, Aquarius, is that he gives me very like humanitarian vibes, and that he wants to help raise that vibration. And I feel like that some of us, maybe that's something we've been thinking about, you know, maybe how is it that we can have the biggest impact as possible here. You know, I really feel like that you got something really cooking up in the mix here, Aquarius. You know, with this Queen of Wands energy, this is Aries energy. And when I think of the Queen of Wands, you know, she's the type that just like, or when I think of the Queen of Wands and Aries energy, you know, that's like the rush of spring, you know? And I feel like that's what you want to bring to the people, you know, potentially. It could be, you know, bringing in that hope of spring, you know, that maybe we've been noticing that some people around us maybe the vibes have been down, you know, maybe maybe you're just like thinking that society, or, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be as, you know, as big as the world, Aquarius. You know, I would love for you to raise the world's vibration, but we can start small. We can start let's say in like our family, you know. Maybe there's been some tough times going on there, and maybe you're just trying to figure out some ways to kind of breathe in some good feelings there, you know, kind of get it to where the energies are feeling kind of balanced more. Because maybe it could have been maybe a pretty hectic month for you or so, you know, however long since the last time we did our check-in. And maybe we're just at this place where it's just like, you know, we're really trying to zen out, get everybody back, get back to a sense of normalcy, if you will. You know, maybe not even, you know, maybe getting back to, you know, completely where it's like optimal might be a lot, but, you know, I feel like at least getting things back to normal here, Aquarius. For some others, this could be this could be, Aquarius, that maybe some of us might be thinking about love, possibly. And I normally don't read like that, but I'm getting higher self is saying that some of us might be feeling like, and it's appropriate too, when I'm releasing this is like the day after Valentine's Day, we're in the month of it. So maybe some of us are thinking about maybe possibly getting ourselves out of there, because Temperance too, this is Sagittarius's card. And Sagittarius is a card of travel, Sagittarius is a sign of, of like long distance travel, or an expansion and really kind of experiencing life to the fullest and getting the most out of life here. And that could be, maybe it doesn't even necessarily have to be a person. Maybe we even have like a wanderlust, maybe Aquarius, this is just getting expansive as we go. And we only got 4 cards here. It is getting more and more expansive. Maybe this is something it's 2. Maybe we're thinking about taking what we, wouldn't that be cool if we were thinking about maybe traveling, just traveling just in general, but maybe even going as far as maybe you're trying to start up like a traveling service type of deal, Aquarius. Maybe this is something where you might become like a might start in the city and then branch nationally. Then who knows, maybe you'll be international. And if you do, don't forget about me, Aquarius. Remember who brought you Temperance, but you're the one who brings me this energy, so remember yourself, Aquarius. But let's get some more energy here, Aquarius. I feel like this is a lot going on. This is just a lot going on. Even higher self. Oh, bet. You got a world that you're building up here, Aquarius. And this is, you know what? I feel like, and I hope so, with the energy, how the energies are going here. Aquarius, whatever it is that you might be cooking up, I feel like that this could be something really, really cool. But I feel like that in order to take these steps, when we're thinking as expansive, because I feel like that maybe you're going through the same type of brainstorming process that I just went through. It started off one thing and then it's just like expanded, it grew and grew and grew, and it's just like, well, what am I going to do? Like where to start? And I think that's something to think about, Aquarius. As these ideas get bigger, start jotting this stuff down here. And I feel like let's start prioritizing some stuff. Because with the Page of Coins, if you have all this, because this is a lot of fire here that you're bringing, with the Queen of Wands and Temperance, I feel like there's some heat that's cooking up underneath this, whatever it is, Aquarius. And I'm really dropping a comment below. Well, unless it's a secret, then I'm excited to see the unveiling. But I do feel like that we should start taking some action in doing stuff. You know what I mean? It's one thing if you got this, you're sitting on gold, but it's just it's like when I talk about the Wheel of Fortune. Just because it pops up, we have to do something with it. Otherwise, we're just sitting on potential here. And that's what you'll be doing too. If we're not taking this energy, Aquarius, and thinking about where we want to manifest it, then that's then things are going to get stagnant, and then we're not going to understand what's happening. Because, and you know what, another thing too, I know it's gonna sound like I'm coming at you, but I'm not. I'm passionate, because really whatever you're coming up here, I feel the excitement. And I think that too, when we're thinking about what it is that you even want to pursue, because maybe this is something where you feel this energy, but you're not even sure where to channel it. Channel it where your heart goes, tap into, figure out what would bring you like fulfillment, what would bring you joy, and then get your head and your heart in alignment here. Figure out how we're going to make this work. What's going to be a good approach. Let's get a game plan here, because with the Page of Coins, the Page of Coins is in another deck, it's my card of, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So that's just something to think about. And in Aquarius, don't put a whole bunch of pressure on yourself. This is not something that you need to get solved overnight. But my thing is, at least get the ball rolling. Just jotting down some stuff. Maybe if you do vision boards are your jam, get a bunch of pictures, throw some stuff on there, and then maybe call it. Let it marinate for a little bit, and then as the ideas start marinating, then things will start lining up. And something too, Aquarius, if we're feeling stuck for growth, because maybe this is something we've gotten started, but maybe we've hit like a snag, maybe we've hit like a bump in the road here. We're just not sure where to progress from here. Our heart knows we're on the right track here, but our head's just trying to figure out, like, should we go over the wall, under the wall? Should I completely destroy the wall? And that's the beauty of your energy, Aquarius. You can do whatever you want, because and I mean that, because you have such a of the signs. I always talk about this. You are the innovators of the zodiac. If anyone's like, think outside of the box, Aquarius is like, you've destroyed the box, and you've built a 20-sided cube that's going to a 20-sided cube. See, Aquarius, see what you do? It really is spectacular. And that's what I'm talking about. And you know what? With this energy that we're in, because maybe some of us might think that a 20-sided cube is ridiculous, but my question for you, Aquarius, is why? Why do you think that you can accomplish that? And you know what? Bet you how many other people are like, have knocked that idea, and you could be the first to try it. And then who knows, you could start a whole trend. You 20-side, 30-side, 50-side cubes. Now we might be getting a touch ridiculous, but big Aquarius, that's where I feel like your energy, because Saturn is one of your rulers, and Saturn is the planet of restriction. And it makes sense, because you know what? Even when I think about so Saturn is your ruler. So you got the planet of restrictions on your side. And not that I feel like that Saturn restricts you, but Saturn keeps your energy, I feel like, a little more, like, structured, I guess, so that it doesn't, I have so many thoughts rushing to my head right now, Aquarius. But I feel like, let me put it this way. I feel like just because Saturn is your ruler doesn't mean that you have to restrict yourself, Aquarius, because that's what Saturn represents. One of the things is restrictions. It's the opposite of what Jupiter energy, which is, Sagittarius is his ruler, which is expansion and growth and all of that. But fun fact, you have two rulers. Your other ruler is Uranus. And Uranus is the type that comes in just like, wow, I was going to say come in like a wrecking ball, but come in like a wrecking ball. I don't even, jeez, Miley, whatever. You're with me, Aquarius. That's what Uranus does. Uranus comes in, and if you tell Uranus that you can't do it one way, bet Uranus is going to flip everything on its head. Like it's that shock of energy, that fool's energy, And what was I getting at with this whole thing, Aquarius? I feel like it's just, I feel like that, allow yourself to think and to believe that you can achieve as much of an expansive idea as you want. Your world can look however you want to. And it's just, and you know what? I will remind you that, Aquarius, we get more. I will remind you that over and over and over again, because I don't mind, because your energy, I know where I was going with this. Okay, because when I was thinking about your energy, it may feel like sometimes when you go to think of an idea, Aquarius, like maybe it seems too fantastic, And I think that's partway has to deal with, I was thinking about Saturn as your ruler, and then I was thinking of your sun placement, just the sun being in Aquarius. The sun is in detriment in Aquarius because it's opposite Leo. And because of that, the energy is a little bit weakened in your sign. So your ego is naturally, it's a little bit weakened, and it's And it's not to say that that's a bad thing. It's just that's the energy that you're working with. It may be that push, because I know that you can achieve great things, but it's just like it's that and then some. You know what I mean? And oh man, just when I think about Aquarius, because I know a surprising amount of Aquarians as well, and I get this. It's a very similar vibe. It's just like I just want to just like, you can do amazing stuff. It's just like, why stop there, And even sometimes too, just getting you all into action. I think it's the fact that you see the potential in all of even the littlest thing. I could show you this rock, and you could probably think of like 100 different ways that you can profit and make this a business or whatever. You might be able to build me something with this, but I really feel like this month for you is allowing yourself to let loose, to really kind of crank out and just start manifesting some stuff, start creating some things. Yes! Thank you! Because the Page of Cups being in reverse, I feel like there's been a lack of imagination. And that's not to say that you're not imaginative. It's just that I feel like it's not a muscle that we're flexing here, Aquarius. It's that I feel like that it's time to see. I love that the moon's in reverse, because it's time to dream bigger. This is Pisces energy. And I don't know if I talked about that, but Pisces, the new moon will be coming up in Pisces here in a couple of days. And the sun's going to enter in Pisces. It's very dreamy energy. Take this time, this lunar cycle, come up with an idea, get some stuff cooking, Aquarius. Start working out that creative muscle, because that's a thing. It's one thing to achieve, like to manifest like stuff for like material things, but it's another to get that spiritual, that personal fulfillment as well. It's a balance, and I feel like that's where the imbalance is, Aquarius. It's the creating more. I feel like that it's the taking the thoughts from the home, from the dome, and bringing them to the home, and bringing that stuff like. I don't know if you like that or not, but I did a Scorpio. This is Scorpio's card. I did Scorpio's reading, and I said that, and I was just like, Scorpio, that was brilliant. You've inspired me. So that's been like the new phrase that I've been coining for a while there. So hopefully you like that little bit. But see, all the different ways that we can be creative, Aquarius. just an example, it doesn't even, and another thing too, when I think about carving out time for creativity, and however that looks like for you, it doesn't have to be like where you need to take a whole day to do it. If you can find like little maybe 10-15 minute pockets, if your writing's your jam, write something down, write some poetry, write something quick, or get something started. Do a journal, maybe doodle, if you're singing, if you do a voice memo, record something to where I feel like some imagination and some fun can go into your world here, Aquarius, Whew. Any more? All right, we got more here. Oh, okay, that one's staying. Okay. Yeah, because man, Aquarius, what is this? Ah! Come on, go manifest. This is Aquarius. You see what's happening. You see that I'm not just when I'm telling man, when I'm telling begging you almost to create stuff and to just start to get that ball rolling. Be very Queen of Wands about it, because Aries energy is a type that they don't think about it. They're like, we're going and we'll figure this stuff out as it comes. And where I'm not asking you, maybe you want to be a little more mindful than that, but I feel like sometimes You know, when we think about our dreams, it's like, if only I had this and that and that and that and this, then everything would be fine. Well, instead of focusing on what you don't have, what are you working with right now, Aquarius? Because I bet you have all the tools you need to at least get this wonderful dream started. And if we haven't been noticing any progress, tap into your energy and think outside of the box. That's something that I really feel like is crucial for you. You know, Aquarius, your sign, I feel like you, Sagittarius, Gemini, and feel like everyone should experience life. You know, go travel, go see things, but I really feel like it's like crucial for you to experience as much as life has to offer, so that you can remember so maybe that'll remind you of what greatness you can manifest, and and maybe that'll help you, maybe help inspire you to create, when we see the beauties that the world has to offer, and see what other people are creating, because really, really, Aquarius, your sign is the sign of networking. You really are a sign of that can operate on a humanitarian level. You really want the best for society. You know what I mean? And you can really help raise that vibration to the sun, to Saturn, if you wanted to. It's just realizing that, and then embracing that, and then finding out how that looks on you, and then how do we take steps towards that. Because even Aquarius, I don't even, even on like amongst your friends, or amongst your family, you can have a strong impact on all of those who you come in contact with. It's just your energy is infectious. You really, and this is not me trying to blow smoke up your skirt. These are all facts. These are just dealing with every Aquarius that I've personally met, and just seeing, in all the studying that I've been doing. That's Aquarian energy, and it's just like, man, go out there and do something brilliant, because you can. Any more here? I didn't think so. Yeah, we've just been talking, Aquarius. Let's get some oracle cards in the mix here, cause and you know what, Aquarius, this has been, I love the energy that you bring all the time. It really is just dope here. And even just the way that the cards are they're all forming around your world here. You really can take whatever it is that you're feeling and just make this work for you here. But Aquarius, we're just going to do a quick switch over, because come on! Come on! Weren't we just talking about the new moon? The new moon, I'm almost at my limit. Energetically, I've almost had it with you, Aquarius. You know I wouldn't tell you what to do. Let's start there. But I challenge you, because maybe that'll help. I dare you. Start something. Create something, in something that you want to do. Not like something that you feel like not even something that I feel like you feel like you have to do. Like, like I should learn a language because no. What is it that you want to do? Do you want to, I don't know, start making blogs on the internet? Do you want to make more time for travel? Do you want to learn another language? Because that still can apply, but it's just like, do something that you want. I feel like Aquarians do things that I feel like they have to, in order to get the best results for everybody, when it's just like, if you just focus on what you want to do, bet your soul tribe is going to benefit from that. They're going to feel that energy, and they're going to want to work with you. Because here's the thing, Aquarius, too, you have such an amazing mind, that whatever it is really that you want to cook up, it can really be great. And if you feel like that you're missing skills, Aquarius, maybe now I'm thinking with this Magician card, you don't have to know it all. Just because you want to do it all, ask for help. Because people want to work with you. I bet you, Aquarius, that if there's something you feel like you're lacking, that may be what's slowing down the progress anymore. Because maybe you're trying to be all of the things, and instead find those things that really speak to you, and then build a soul tribe to pick up the rest of the slack. And you know what? While you're collaborating, you can learn something from these people a skill that you've been interested in, because they can help you skip some mistakes that maybe they have even made. Then in turn, you can work with, it's reciprocity at its finest can happen here, Aquarius. What else? More moon! This is all lunar energy right here. You know what? This is going to be great for my plug at the end. But before we get to that, look at all this potential, Aquarius. Look at all this potential that you have inside of you that is waiting to be unlocked. Because this is amazing. I just got chills, and I know it may seem like I'm doing the most, and that I may be a bit, Justin, you're exaggerating. But no, Aquarius, if you thought that, or you said that while I was doing this thing, these are the lies that we tell ourselves, Aquarius. Why does it have to be so ridiculous that I believe that you can do something just astounding? Because the full moon, this being in reverse, it shows that it's I know that you know how great you are, but it's just really understanding, but there's more, it's more than that. And then I feel like when I say that to an Aquarius, it's just like this, well, what do you mean? And it's just like, how do I get that across? How do I explain the spic? How do you tell the moon how brilliant it is? You know what I mean? Last thing. I dropped something. Hold on. I dropped our knowledge. The Queen of Swords. Even the Queen of Swords is taken aback by what you're working with. The Water card. This, for me, because here's another thing too, Aquarius. I feel like that Aquarians feel like that maybe they don't feel enough. Or that, when I say get in touch with your intuition, or what speaks to you, what do you love to do, and I feel like there's this weird kind of detachment with emotions and such with Aquarius. Just not all of you, but just every now and again. And I think that it's really doing a deep dive and just understanding how your energy flows, and really get in tune with what you're working with. Because when I think about the water, this card can be represented by the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And I feel like with this, it's those signs. My son's in Cancer. Though we feel a lot more, where we're attuned. It's where every sign is, every element is intuitive, Aquarius. Water signs are, it's a little bit easier. It just flows a little more naturally, and in a different way than the other elements. And again, that's not to say that you can't be intuitive, because Aquarius, you are intuitive as well. Air signs are intuitive. But it's just allowing that to flow. I think with the air signs, sometimes it's when you let that energy just flow and get out of here, that connection of head and heart, because this is Libra's card here. That connection of head and heart, I feel like our head is in balance here. Now we just got to get our feelings in alignment here. And then when that alignment happens, Page of Cups can happen. Imaginations happen, and then, you know, brilliance can happen. So, whew, I'm going to leave that there, Aquarius, because that was insane. Because even starting off, I was just like, I feel like it's all over the place, but it's just like because something big is cooking up in your world, Aquarius. There's something with the energies, you know, like the time is coming, you know, it's here. You know, I feel like it's whatever you want to start getting into motion, start doing that thing. Jupiter's in Aries right now. Jupiter favors those who are taking action. So take action. And yeah. Aries. Okay, now I'm just doing the most. Now I'm doing the most, Aquarius. But hopefully you like that. I am going to leave that. Oh, sorry, y'all. Hopefully you like that. Give it a thumbs up, Aquarius, if you did. These last few videos, Aquarius, you know, it may seem like, you know, I go over the top because I may be trying to be clickbaity or whatnot. But no, Aquarius, this is just a a little bit about me. I have 5 things of Leo in my chart, so I'm nothing but I'm a walking like sunshine. You know, it's just it is what it is. It's just like that's just the energy that I allow to flow. That optimism, that enthusiasm, that motivation. That's what that looks like. And you know, I'm not doing that again to inflate your, you know, it's about really understanding your potential, because when we understand our energies, we can do really good stuff here. Like I was talking about with all that Leo energy, I have all this drive and all this vitality, and it's just like, well, how can I get all this stuff? Where do you do with the sunshine? You let it shine, and you know, hopefully that this will help inspire others so that they can do shine. You know, it's a trickle effect. So share this thing. I would love to just see Aquarius just out there, not just only living their dreams and manifesting what they want, but helping partnering with other people to help them realize the same thing. And you know, I feel like Aquarius, you could be that missing link. You know, because even think about your sign. You're the water bearer who decided to be an air sign. You can do whatever you want. You see what I mean? Follow your energy as an example. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit that thumb or that bell button. You'll get notified when I release videos each week. Technology, you know what, Aquarius? I bet you if I partnered with someone who was very tech savvy and is doing something real good, big with the internet, I bet you I do more stuff with the internet. I know that was a little petty. And me not taking responsibility for my own stuff. I'm getting there with technology. I'm figuring out how to again, take all that Leo energy and get creative on the internet, because believe it or not, we're taking a break. I've been coming at you. Let me own some of my own stuff. You'd have thought I'm a 90s baby, like early, I like right at the start of the 90s. I'm 91. So I came out right at the advent of the internet, you know, right as that thing was really starting to take off. And you'd have thought that I'd be the savviest, you know, that I could navigate. I just made like Facebook not too long ago, again, after being off for something weird happened a long time ago. But you know, I just made a Facebook. I literally just made Instagram last week, and that's the only really social media, other than outside of YouTube, you know, that's the only social media presence that I have. So I'm working on it. You know, it's there. I see the very clear disconnect, and we're working on it. So that's all that's there. Because see, and this is to show Aquarius too, when I do this channel, we're growing together. You know, we're figuring this journey out. You know, we're a team. So again, it's when I do this stuff and I'm over, you know, extra energy. It's not that I'm coming at you. It's just I'm trying to motivate you. And then lastly, Aquarius, you brought so much freaking lunar energy. It's unreal. So, I mean, the moon, which is, yeah, this is Pisces, but the moon is Cancer's ruler, so whatever. Water sign, full moon, new moon, full moon, come on over to the Chariot and Friends. But really, the Chariot and Friends. The Chariot and Friends are for those of you if you have Cancer in your placement, sun, moon, rising, wherever. You know what? Check your chart. And I bet you that'll help you with this expansive energy too. But yeah, check your placements. If you got, Cancer in your placement, then come check out the Chariot and Friends. I'm doing the same thing over there, trying to get Cancer geeked up. I do readings there. I do daily readings. It's Monday through Friday there. It's a good old time, and all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let's get you out of here so that you can figure out. I love it. Okay, so your first card is the Hermit, which we are going to unpack that. And then, oh, I like that you got the Sound card here. And you know what? Let's start there. With the Sound card, who was I just talking with the Sound card about this? I think it was either Gemini or no, it might have been Aries, I think. When it comes to these sensation cards in these senses cards in these decks, I feel like this is really asking us to really be mindful of what we're telling ourselves, when we get into that inner monologue. And if we happen to get in this place, sometimes if we're fuming, we might engage in soliloquy and might be doing like a monologue. But just be mindful of what we're telling ourselves, one, but also be mindful of what we're listening to as well. And it's not to say that the music that you listen to is bad, Aquarius. I'm just more so like, be aware of the lyrics that are just coming through. A little short, little extra bit about me. I have a musical background. I have this, I guess, an album in a sense that I wrote. Really, it's more so for me, but at the time I planned on releasing it. I wanted to do a whole bunch of things, but I'm glad I didn't. Because when I had listened to some old stuff, I listened back to it here like a couple of months ago, and it hit differently. I wasn't on really in touch with my spirituality at the time. It was a different place. And when I listened back to what the lyrics were saying, it was like I was really operating from a hurt place. And on top of that was jamming to all of that hurt. And my world reflected that. And it was one of those things that it didn't dawn on me, honestly, until I had listened to that music, just here recently, within like the last 3 months or so. And it really does. And it's not to take away from your favorite song, but just be mindful of what's playing in our heads all the time, and what's cycling through, because it's music is powerful, sound is powerful, and how that can shape our environment. Just be aware, be aware and be mindful of just like what energies that you're letting into your space, because I feel like, Aquarius, that's going to be very important while you're going through this meditative state. I do think that some of us, just when you get some time to just kind of sit with yourself and just like what do you want to do in life, but like not in the sense of like, oh, I want to help others. Okay, how do you want to help others? Oh, I want to get I want to open like a clinic for stuff. Okay, dope. And it's just like, how do we get to this clinic? Because here's the thing, when we really want something and really want it, you see how you pour energy into things that you don't want, those obligations that you have. When you pour it into something that you do want, and that's going to raise that vibration, what do you think is going to happen? Excellence, something I really think that could even possibly exceed even your expectations. But it's venturing down that path and exploring that and then expanding on that idea, and not just sitting on that, Aquarius, So take some time and really think about this, because I really feel like that, if you follow your heart, I believe that you can really achieve whatever it is that you want to manifest on this journey. So I'm with that. I support that 100%. So I'm going to leave that there, Aquarius. Stay safe out there while you're manifesting like crazy. Oh, I kept you here a long time. If you keep raising, if you raise that vibration through the roof, you know what? I hope it was worth your time, Aquarius. I really do hope you enjoyed it. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.